Hey everybody, coming at you with a little bit more content from the Content Minds here on YouTube. Seeing as we're flirting with got a dog hair on my chin, seeing as we're flirting with springtime here in Virginia, and I wanted to talk a bit about green tech and electro tech today. I'm really curious watching this data come out of the World Bank and a really interesting research firm think tank called Ember. They've been pushing out a lot of good stuff recently, and some of what they're releasing is really making me think that the Iran war, the U.S. And Israeli war in Iran is threatening again. I think to I think there's a lot of people who are overplaying this into sort of the end of the petrodollar and some other things that the sort of ascendance of the renminbi, the Chinese currency for oil trading. I'm not quite sure that we're there yet. But I do wonder how many more once in a lifetime oil and gas shocks the world economy can sustain, in particular in really critical countries like the UK, Japan, China, these countries that are, massively in the negative in terms of, they need to import all of their oil and gas to run their economies. We saw this in the war in Ukraine in 2022, and there were some thoughts that would kind of shepherd in a green transition at that point. And I think the Biden administration, to their credit, tried to kind of piggyback on top of that. Unfortunately for us, tree huggers like myself, the supply chains at that point were still pretty disrupted from COVID, and I think the technology just wasn't quite there. But now we're looking at even in the short 4 years since then, we've seen a 20 to 60% drop in prices for most critical electro tech kind of capabilities, batteries, solar panels, that kind of thing. Have really dropped dramatically. When it comes to batteries, obviously they've gotten much better and much more effective at doing the jobs we need them to do. And then finally, I think the supply chains have really recovered a lot from what we saw during the post-COVID kind of period of time, where really you could never get enough of any of this stuff. And so I really wonder, when you're looking at the massive, I mean, some of this World Bank data suggests implementation of heat pumps, EVs, battery storage, wind and solar. This could reduce our dependence on oil and gas by some of these critical countries by 70% of the cost of their imports could be eliminated through the use of this electrotech technology. I really wonder if in 10, 20, 30 years we look back on these sort of dual crises of Ukraine and Iran as kind of the shepherding in or heralding a new age of energy independence for obviously China is leading the way in that, but the rest of these countries as well. So really curious for your take in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.